Hey everybody, Mr. Puma here. Today we're going to be continuing our Medieval Platinum Trophy Guide. Now, small addition on to the intro for this video, as I did have to leave out the final part of the last video as the amount of time it was taking was getting long. I'm going to say that. It was getting kind of long. So instead of risking not being able to have everything in the last video, I cut out the very end and I'm going to have it at the start of this video, which is just being the time machine mission and the last stuff. So I'm going to have all that after this, and then we're going to immediately be going into the Deathly Smorgasbord trophy, which is really simple to do and stuff like that. So yeah, we'll just skip right into that. Alright, so now we can finally move on to the entrance, the time machine, skip past the entrance hall, and work on our final chalice and a bunch of other stuff. We're almost done, guys. This is so exciting for me to be able to finish this and do this for you guys, because I know these guides are helpful. At least I hope that they are. Now, this will be the final main mission that we really have to do. The last mission will be just the final cleanup. If you have anything else other than like specific trophies that we've been working on, you know, go and work on those before you do the final mission of the game. If you want some extra money at the very start, just turn around and grab these two chests. It's not going to hurt anything. But here we have the time machine. This is actually going to be a full playthrough of this map. Deal with the enemies. Here we have the second to last bottle that we'll get. Don't forget to switch back to the axe and deal with these eye monsters, as they can be a little troublesome sometimes. And they do count, I believe, yeah, towards the chalice. So just remember that. This mission isn't really too difficult, it's just a bit annoying if you don't know what to do, as it's all about clocks. Who doesn't like clocks, right? And death. We've got death. I'll need to be a little bit more careful here. There we go. Now note, these clocks actually can hurt you, so just be wary of that. I'll re-equip the silver shield. Now, as of now, we only have a few more souls left to deal with. That's very nice for us. Anyways, okay, sorry about that. So now what you want to do is hop on these very annoying brains. Up here you will actually see that you could use the soul. You can save it. I do believe that you only have to move the silver one time and the gold one time. But I messed it up, so now we have to fix it back. Come on. No. I'm probably going to just take some time and figure out the puzzle, as like I said, I do not remember it at all. So just give me a bit. Alright, so I have it figured out now. So you basically move the yellow to this, and then once you get this one all the way around, it should pop like so. If you need to pause this and take note of that, by all means go ahead. That'll be almost done with all of the lost souls. We'll get a few trophies once we're done with this mission. So anyways, now we can actually continue on with what we need to do. You will need to backtrack once we disable the force fields, so just keep that in mind. We're going to try and figure out what we have to do here. That is... okay, just move yellow to that. Boom. You can do that. Progress like normal. Careful not to get... okay, guess that still counts as damage. No. come up here, head over here to this little left area, deal with the eye, jump up, and you'll see here we found the next soul. It'll just ask us to go back to the entrance to Zarok's lair. Not too difficult, really. Now here we're going to be dealing with the the shieldings and all that. So now we can come down over here, grab this. Now what you actually want to do is head back down, and we're going to go pick up that life bottle. And that'll be the second to last one. We're almost done with that. So just remember that. So if you come down here, we'll get our solution. Alright. I do believe it was... Okay. It's funny. Ah, there it is. Okay. So now we can come over here, grab this life bottle, get all of our HP back. We're only one short. We're getting there, guys. I'm terrible at bouncing on these brains. Anyways, we can now do this, and boom. And we can now continue on our path. We're so close, guys. I'm getting giddy with anticipation from this. I do believe there's one other area we have to go to now, over here to the right. Probably the most concerning one of all is this one, until you actually go through with it. Grab the red or chaos chalice rune. Deal with the remaining eyes, of course. Run back on through. And we can now be on our merry little way. Hop over. You will have to backtrack again to pick up the chalice, as this game always likes to do, so just be wary of that. Now insert the earth rune and move the train. Boop, boop. Can now ride this bad boy. Pioneers used to ride these babies for miles. It's great. I love it. It's good times. So as of now, I actually think we're gonna put off the Deathly Smorgasbord until the next video, just because this one's already getting pretty long, and I don't want to make this too long for you guys. You know how I am. So now we've got that, we can head back. Beep, 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 beep. From here, we can then turn it back. I know this isn't going to be enough to get the remaining percentage that we need for the chalice. We'll get that on the next thing that we need to do. You know, for a man with no muscles, he's got some bones. I mean, sturdy bones. So after this, we'll almost be done. So close, you guys. I'm so excited. Now you just have to simply go through, get both of these switches, and we can now get the chalice. So now we'll just speed run through this. get our chalices, get our rewards, and end this video. So excited, guys. You can heal up if you want. It's not gonna make a difference. Actually, don't, as we'll need specific amounts of HP for the next few trophies, just to make them easier, of course. Now that we're back here, we can finally go the main path, and then we're gonna backtrack. Get this final chalice. Oh, this is great. So good. So now you'll have not one, but I believe 2 or 3 trophies that you'll be getting now. By the end of this anyways. Get 1 for getting all the chalices, get 1 for, I believe, getting all the rewards for getting the chalices, and then for having all of the health pots up at the top, as you can have 9 of them. So now what we want to do is move this to the final area and be done with this mission. Feels really good, guys. Feels really good. Alright, so now that we're here in the Hall of Heroes for our final reward, as you can see, it's going to be glorious.
Daniel, thank goodness.
We get our final life bottle. Now note that should be 3 trophies from that last mission alone. It's amazing. And we're about to go and finish the final soul and get our one of our last few trophies. So as of now, all we should have left is the money, completing the mission, and I think 1 or 2 others. Not that hard. So now simply just go back to the entrance hall and we'll be done. You can easily just speedrun through this to the point that you need to get to, which is what we're gonna do. Not so terrible, you guys. Not so terrible at all. Simply just follow the left path and we'll eventually reach the point that we're trying to get to. It'll be this nice big open room here. Well, defeat the enemies first here, and then do this. Feels really good. Slay some dragons, huh? I don't know about that, but sure. Just defeat all the frogs, or dragons in quotation marks. And we'll be done, and we will have saved every single soul. Now, upon doing this, you will actually unlock the ability to replay the original PS1 classic Medieval, which I think is a really cool gesture. And I do believe that now that we have done that, we are pretty much done with this video, or episode as you would like to say. Now, although what I'll do in the next one is the Deathly Smorgasbord trophy, which shouldn't take too long, and then we'll just play through the final mission, and we will be done with this series. Once again, I do hope these are helpful, and I will see you all in the next one. So, loading up the game, we are going to immediately go and do something. to be very specific. And the reason why I'm having to do Deathly Smorgasbord how it is because for some reason the trophy is glitched, as there's certain things about the game that make it, I don't know what it does to the trophy, but you have to die in specific ways. They're all really easy to do. You can easily do them all in the first 3 or so levels that you come across. And I'll describe them as is. So what we're going to do is we're just going to come to the first level, and we're going to get 2 different specific ways of dying here. Now, what you're going to have to do for the trophy to pop up, as I've had to do this twice now, one for me and one for trophy I've sold, is you'll do the 7 ways that you die, and then you'll have to go and die an 8th time very specifically, and then the trophy will pop. It'll pop up and it'll be glitched, so don't worry, it counts. So the first thing that you're going to want to do is have a group of zombies just maul you to death. Sounds delightful, I know. So the best way you could do that is just progress through the mission, like so. Pick up this rune. Now what you're going to also have to do after you do this is you are going to have to complete the level regardless of what it is. So these shouldn't take too long. But just let these zombies here just beat you to death. And that'll be 1 death. And so I'm going to skip to the point of us dying and skip to the next part, because this is going to take a bit of time. So yeah. Alright, now we've gotten our first game over screen, as you'll see. And we'll be restarting the mission, of course. And then we'll get option number 2, or the second death that's possible. For it to count, you have to get the game over screen specifically, not just a you died to that specific way for it to count. And pretty much at the end of the mission, there'll be a pool of water you can jump into and just kill yourself on. So that's pretty much what we're going to do now. It's a little bit slower, I guess you could say, just having to run back through. But this is a ridiculously short mission to begin with, you know, since it's the first real mission of the game. All you gotta do is just make your way through. Just gonna open this up just because. Excuse me. So coming down here, pretty much act like you're gonna just complete the mission. And then you come here, and it's at this bridge. You just jump in here, you'll die, etc, etc. You know, you do that till you get the game over screen, to restart the level again, and then you'll complete the level. So it'll save both of the saves, or both of the deaths, and then I'll see you in the next mission. Alright, so now in Cemetery Hill, we're going to get the next 3 deaths, which I'm going to specifically describe how you do them to make this part of the video shorter. And then we're going to get the next 2, and then I'm going to show you how to do the final death, which will unlock the trophy. Then remember, you have to specifically lose all your health vials and everything to it in order for it to count. So the best thing to do would be get yourself all the way down to like 1 or 2 and then do this process. So the first way is over here on the right. So you'll have to die 3 times in this mission, and then finish it for it to count, putting you at 5, you'll just want to die to fire, specifically this kind of fire. Then the next method that you're going to choose for your nice untimely demise is this lava pit. For some reason it counts as its own separate thing apart from fire. And then the last thing is to die to the boulders, as they'll just whittle your health down slowly. And that'll be the next 3 ways that you'll die. And so the next 2 will actually be at the Hilltop Mausoleum. Excuse me, which would be the next mission after this. So I'll see you all in that one and go over those 2 deaths. Alright, now that we're in the Hilltop Mausoleum, well, don't know why I said it like that. You simply just want to progress through the game normally, of course. And the next 2 deaths will be right here in this area. So you don't have to go far to get the next 2. So what you want to do is simply die to these spikes here, and that'll be number 6. And then I'm going to show you number 7. So once again, just make sure that you lose all of your life bottles, and then, you know, die to the spikes when you have no more. And then the next one you'll have to do is just dying to this pit. So you can just race all the way back up until it just fully collapses. Then you just simply have to jump off and die like so. Until, you know, that'll be number 7. So that'll be enough to unlock the trophy normally. But now we have to do the special requirement to get the trophy to unlock. And that'll be in the next mission, so I'll see you all in that. Remember to complete this for it to count the deaths, otherwise you'll have to come back, restart, and do it again. Alright, so at the Haunted Ruins, I'm going to skip to the point that we have to reach, but it'll be towards the very end when the lava is about to take over and destroy the entire castle, and you have a countdown to escape. And I'll just skip to that point, so it'll save us a bunch of time. Alright, so once you reach this point where you have to activate the lever and start the countdown, simply just get rid of these 2 iron golems. Come on. Doesn't matter the amount of HP you lose to this, as you know, you're gonna have to restart the level anyways, and then you can quit out afterwards. But basically, just let the countdown, just reach 0. You will instantly die to the lava, and just make sure you're like just in like this corner or something, and just let the countdown run out. You'll die. You'll get the trophy. Now, normally when you get the trophy, you'll see that it has like an image that comes with it, but for some reason, you'll just get the standard blue and white trophy image. And don't worry, it'll appear in your trophies, so yeah. And once that's done and you get the trophy, you'll restart the mission, you can then quit out, and then we can finally now move on to the ending. And alright, so now that you've gotten Deathly Smorgasbord, you've gotten all the souls, there's only one thing left to do, and that is to defeat Zarok. So what you want to do is simply come here, and we'll do the final mission, Zarok's Lair. Now, I'm also going to help you get the trophy, all that you have to give, and I'll explain how to make it easier to do instead of having to leave the mission and do other stuff and then come back. You can easily set it up before you start the mission. So, huzzah. And then that should get you the final 2 or 3 trophies you have left, netting you the platinum trophy. So what you want to do here, as you can see on this bridge, is you can just jump off, die, just get to 4 bottles. That's all you want to do. Just make sure you have 4 life bottles. Really nothing too crazy about it. And you're wondering, okay, why are we doing this? Why are we getting the bottles? Now, for the trophies specifically to appear, you have to have used a specific number of life bottles, and make sure that you have none left afterwards, is pretty much how it goes. So we have 4 now. Now what we can do, switch over to the axe and enter the room. Here you'll be given a little gauntlet that you can use to help heal your friends in need. You just hold square and you'll re-heal them. And you just want to hold down square this whole time and just make sure you heal everybody back up. Just run in a circle. Make sure you're constantly using all of your chalices, your life bottles, and keeping all of them alive, as it's not really key, but it's just you want to make sure that you use all of the life bottles to heal them. And once you do that, you sometimes won't get it. If you don't get it, just quit out, restart, and you'll be fine. And then, huzzah, you'll get it. Then you'll get healed back up, and now we can continue on to the final fight, which I'll actually switch to the longbow. And every single one of these skeletons you keep alive will drop a energy vial, which is nice. And now we have this boss, this guy here. Don't know why it's like this, and it switches off my arm, or it puts my arm as the active. He'll run around for a bit. And yeah, so he's a fairly easy boss. It's just dealing with all of the little minions he can spawn that can be a bit annoying. But it's not too terribly bad, of course. Should go down in no problem at all. And if you feel like you don't want to have to deal with this, you can easily just restart, or like you don't have enough health for this, just simply restart after you get the one trophy, and it shouldn't be too terrible, really. As the fight goes on, he'll start throwing out more enemies for you to deal with. Just be wary of that. But after this, you will have another boss fight afterwards to deal with. So just be wary of that. As you can see, this is going fairly quickly, nothing too crazy. Hopefully we're almost done and this is the final stretch, but I don't think so. Yeah, it's not. It's okay though. Just one more. Just keep throwing, keep dodging. I do believe you have to defeat a certain amount before he just lets you. And now we're done. This will net you another trophy. Then you will now have the Zarok fight. He's kind of a bit annoying, just because he'll back away and then you can come and wallop him for a bit. Deal some damage to him. He spits poison out, spews fire. He can do a swipe attack like so, and that as well. But it shouldn't be too terrible of a boss fight. As you can see, he's already almost like halfway done. So are we, I guess, as well, with the fire. Fire damage is so annoying. But don't worry, you'll eventually learn the patterns, Almost there, we're almost there. This one you basically just want to keep running around. Or change directions. Want to have your axe ready to go. It's not exactly the easiest to hit him sometimes, but it's okay. Then he'll start adding this line to make it more difficult. It's really not as difficult. Oh, we're so close. And once he's defeated, we can be done.
Curse you, Sir Knight. I am finally defeated. Yet if I am to fail, then all shall perish. You are doomed, Fortescue. You will never leave this domain.